Sandy recovery, a year and a half after the superstorm, and many victims are still on the road to recovery. It's something that Governor Cuomo wants changed, and he talked about it today, just within the past hour. Our Capitol correspondent Pat Bailey joins us live now. Fill us in on what the governor had to say and how it might change some lives. Pat?
Well, Liz, more money is coming to the state of New York. That's the crux of today's press conference this morning with the governor, the head of HUD, and Senator Chuck Schumer. All three of them still inside the Red Room right now with local elected officials talking about Sandy aid. Of course, as you remember, the state of New York, along with Connecticut, New Jersey, all got $60 billion in aid over the past about 4 months since Hurricane Sandy hit, maybe the past 5 months. But more money, as we said, coming today. The head of HUD announcing another $1.7 billion in funding for areas affected not only by Sandy, but good news for upstaters, those affected by Irene as well will be able to apply for some money. We'll get to that in just a second. In the meantime, Governor Cuomo talking about that additional $60 billion, initial $60 billion, I should say. He said it was so important and pivotal. He said if the state of New York had not gotten a piece of it, it would have been, quote, real trouble for taxpayers here. Now, as far as the new funding goes, as we said, the head of HUD, $1.7 billion coming to the state of New York and all the areas affected, and that will mean that areas affected not only by Sandy and Hurricane Irene will be able to apply for money, community block money, between $3 million and $25 million specifically in aid is going to be available based on the damage and on the impact. Local areas can apply for money to clean up not only Hurricane Sandy, but again from Hurricane Irene. That was one of the big announcements coming from here. The head of HUD said, and I quote, we will be on the ground as long as it takes to rebuild the state of New York better. So that's the crux of what's going on right now inside. More money, again, coming to the state of New York. Governor Cuomo inside with Senator Chuck Schumer and the head of HUD. And Representative Peter King, Congressman Peter King, just a short time ago, not able to make it today because he's at the Capitol in Washington. They're ready to vote on that FAA bill that would, of course, get rid of the furloughs for at the airports. He called in here, and the governor really praising Peter King for securing the money, the Sandy money from the federal government that, again, will affect New York City. But again, we're told areas up here as well. Liz will have more specific details on how local communities affected. Of course, Hurricane Irene damaged a large portion of areas up here in the capital region, Schoharie County as well. But much more on that and how they can apply for money and how much they can expect coming up tonight at 5 and 6.